6-0 on the second day of the back-to-back. What does it say about the strength and the depth of you guys?
One, we guys are taking care of their bodies to be able to be fresh for that second night of a back-to-back, getting the optimal sleep, getting the treatment, doing whatever it takes to be able to perform that second night of a back-to-back, and then being able to just follow the game plan and just play to our abilities.
You're 18 points away from taking over third place on the all-time scoring list. What does that mean to you?
To be honest, not very much. To be linked with the greats, that means a lot to me, because I grew up and idolizing Michael, and idolizing Kobe, idolizing these guys, gaining inspiration from their craft, gaining inspiration from their stories. Being a kid that I'm, from Akron, Ohio, so that's huge. Anytime I'm linked with the greats, or I'm able to do something in my career where I'm mentioned with any of the greats, it's a pretty cool thing. But as far as looking at the scoring, I don't know. That doesn't mean much to me. Just the overall point of my game is what means more to me. Me being able to be an overall all-around player, being able to be successful on the floor, and being able to contribute to the franchises that I played for, the 3 franchises I played for so far in my career.
Does the anticipation for you build with each game? I mean, for us it does when we're sort of looking at.
I've never really, out of all the things that I've done in my career as far as the individual accolades, things that's gotta happen organically, because I just go about my business. I don't think about it going into it saying, okay, this is what I got to do. This is how many points I need. This is how many assists I need. When it happens, it happens, if it happens. And so, I don't know how I'm going to feel when it happens, but it's a pretty cool thing. Like, you just link with one of the greatest of all time.
You're announced as an all-star starter tonight and also the captain again. What's the thing that you look forward to most about going to Chicago next month?
Being there with my brother AD, being a local kid from Chicago, I know how. I can only imagine, having an all-star game in my backyard, where I grew up, so I think this is going to be an unbelievable, this is going to be an unbelievable moment for AD and his family. So I'm looking forward to being there with him, seeing him, being in his hometown and being part of the Lakers. I think that's pretty amazing.
No-brainer to pick him?
Yeah, there's a brainer. I don't have to pick him. I don't even like him.
The NBA just announced that Frank Vogel is going to be coaching Team LeBron. You guys clinched the best record already. What do you think about that?
That's dope. I think it's amazing. I know Coach probably doesn't want to talk about it, but he's put us in position every night to be successful out on the floor, and we've just tried to go out there and execute. And when you have something like this, the byproduct of it, we should all be proud of it. Laker faithful should be proud to have 2 All-Stars, in the game, another guy in the dunk contest on Saturday, and the coaching staff coaching the game on Sunday. So, it's pretty cool.
LeBron, what would it mean to you to be able to play in the NBA with or against your son, Bron? And also, can you describe the level of nervousness and excitement you feel during one of his games as opposed to your games?
To the first question, listen, my son is 15 years old, and, he has so much more in his life right now to be thinking about than just basketball. So, I hope at some point, maybe when he get a little older, if he's still playing a game that he loves, then cool. But right now, I don't really harp on that. What's most important, which I love about the kid, he's just a great kid. He loves his brother and sister, loves being a role model, and he loves his teammates in his school. So, that's pretty cool. To answer your second question, I do. I get very nervous watching my son play in their team. Either in the summertime or we're now at Sierra Canyon, just because, just a dad, it's a dad and it's just nerves, organically. So, yes.
LeBron, you're averaging the fewest free throw attempts of your career. I was wondering if you could just explain why you think that might be right now.
I have no idea.
LeBron,
yes.
The fan base here in New York, Laker Nation, what are your thoughts?
I love our fans. We got the best fans in the world. They come out to every single road game that we've played, no matter where we've played, and we hear them every single time. So we feel like part of the reason why we have the best road record now is because some games we feel like we're just in Staples because they come and they support us, and that's big time for us as players, and we love every moment of it.
Last two questions.
Do you have a relationship with Bill Clinton?
Do I have a relationship?
Yeah, had you met him before?
Yeah, I've met him before, but I don't have a relationship with him.
Can you talk about some of the cool things that you get to do? Is that part of that, getting to say hi to him today? And
Absolutely. I mean, between him and Barack, my presidents, and guys that I just admire, Bill Clinton when he was in office, and obviously Barack in office, and to be able to have a personal relationship with Barack and being able to go up to Bill and he know me, and then it's just surreal, man. I know y'all get sick and tired of hearing about the kid from Akron, but you have no idea where I come from and the odds that was stacked up against me. So to be able to have moments where I can shake the President of the United States' hands, or just be named by a first name basis, it's just crazy.
Last question.
Can you talk about the free bike sharing membership?
Do you feel like you are one piece away to get at the point that you really want to be right now? Because the team is number one in the West, second best record in the NBA, but people think that you still need one piece to get over the top of everybody.
We have enough right now, but it's not about competing and worrying about June. It's about worrying about January, and if we continue to get better throughout January, and then we move on to February and continue to get better, we're a really good team, but we're not a great team yet, and we shouldn't be. We're just now being put together in September, and from September to now, we're a better team. And if we continue this trend, then we'll put ourselves in a position where we can compete for a championship and have a chance. And in this league, and in sports in general, all you want is a chance. All right, appreciate it.
The backside area last night in New York. Just wondered how that felt pregame and how it feels now.
I feel good. Not all the way healed, but I feel comfortable to go out there and play. So just keep playing and just keep trying to monitor it.
I know you guys talked about not wanting to have a string of losses this year, and that's kind of been a rallying cry for the team. But specific to after the Boston game, how did you guys reset, and what did you guys? Were the conversations any different after that game?
We flushed it. We don't have games like that. We didn't even really talk about it. Everybody on the team knew what went wrong. We said it'd be better. That's really it. It'd be better. Flushed it, and worried about the Knicks, and then tonight worried about Brooklyn. But they're one of them games where we know we didn't play our best on either end of the floor. Credit to them, they came out and played well, but we just flushed it and just moved on.
What's to say about this team that you guys can actually do that? Because a lot of teams will say that they're going to flush games, but I think it's harder to do than to say.
Yeah, I mean, it was one game. I mean, we went through a spell where we lost 4 in a row, and we were able to overcome that. I mean, we've been tested with adversity, guys been in and out of the lineup. Obviously JaVale tonight, but when we're able to handle adversity and have veteran guys on our team who, I think it's a lot harder when you have young guys. We got a lot of veteran guys on our team who, been in the league for a while, where everybody on this team had games like that, and we know what we're playing for. So we know it's one game. We're not going to stress over it, but we know that we had to be better, and we were a lot better against the Knicks.
You went into the Garden last night. You beat the Knicks. You come here to Brooklyn tonight. You beat the Nets. What's it say about your team that you can do that back-to-back, given that they're not, the Knicks are not an elite team, but the Nets, they're right up there in terms of being
We just go out there and play. Obviously, like I said before, we try to take pride in winning, both games in back-to-backs, and we know this team, can shoot the ball very well, led by Kyrie, and they shot the ball extremely well tonight. I think they hit 21 threes or something like that, and we had to do a better job of guarding the three-point line. But we decided to play a little bit of defense in both games and was able to, break the game open on that end. But anytime we have a back-to-back, we try not to fall into the trap of being tired or mentally fatigued, and come out and get off to a fast start.
Are you expecting to be the #1 pick of the All-Star team when LeBron goes up?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what he's thinking. We haven't talked about it, so he probably won't pick me. He probably play with him enough this year, so he probably won't. But we've been winning, so he probably will. But that's a good question for him when you guys him over there.
What do you think it's going to mean to you to have that moment in Chicago?
It's going to mean a lot. I mean, I only go there once a season, so to go back there for a second time, for All-Star, and play in front of my friends and family is going to be great. Going to enjoy the weekend and get a chance to get that rest and get ready for the rest of the second half of the season.
Coach Vogel and his staff, they announced just now will be representing the West, I guess whatever conference in there. Just thoughts on that, the kind of development that you've seen under Coach Vogel and your staff.
They deserve it. Been a great coaching staff all year. And these guys have been giving us great scouts, great game plans going into each game, so they deserve it. So I know I'll probably play a lot now. I didn't know that, but like I said, they deserve it. I mean, they work extremely hard to get us ready for the game and put us in great situations to win. And